Welcome back, everybody. Today we have a Millhouse game. Millhouse the House. As of recording this, we have played 20 games of Millhouse this season with a 2.85 average. Why is Millhouse so good this season? Well, it's the Quillboars, everybody. It's the combination of pirates and elementals giving you early economy, allowing you to level up aggressively and take early, preferably turn 7, 6 stars. If you can take an early 6-star, especially Flat Tusk, Calicos, etc., you get ahead of the lobby, you stabilize, you win the lobby. Like, Millhouse is so consistently high-rolling games. Can you low-roll? Absolutely. But when you high-roll hard. And you're already on Tavern 5 because you tripled into a 6. Use those tools to win the game. Alright, enjoy. You don't want to commit a roll this early. And we don't want to level. Not with the economy the way we have it. So it's probably just Geomancer. Hey Lee. Would you shut the fuck up? Oh, it was him. My bad. Lie down. Lie down. Lee took M's spot. She's pretty excited. Over here. Come here. Come on. Lie down. Girl. Hey, look, a triple. Alright, now we know our curve for the entire rest of this game. Alright, so this gets to go down. We get to decide if there's any reason we'd hold any blood gems. You love M more than Lee? I wouldn't say that. There's a little incentive to holding one blood gem. We get 2 respawn spots here. And then if we get a road boar, or the road boar, or the whatever that's called, road boar or tough tusk, blood gems are useful. Look at that, road boar. We're obviously not going to be rolling this game. So we're going to level, sell, buy. Level, take a 6-star. Yo, did you just assume my username? Just followed you. Did you just assume my username? You're missing an I in the did. Nah. Welcome to Bofers Gophers, dude. Go for Bofer. And thanks for the follow. I think a lot of people overvalue Refreshing Anomaly on Millhouse. Rolls are not as valuable as you might think. Everyone tries to quantify it as it's 3 gold, right? But how many times do you roll in relevant turns in the mid game? Answer is not many. Like the big high roll on Millhouse is that you line up a triple on turn 7 into a 6-star. That's what you're trying to do, like, every single game. This is amazing. So is this. So is, I mean, like, we love all of this stuff. Question is there ever a line where this is always going? We're always buying this. Would we ever want to sell 2 to put another pair on the board? And I would lean toward no. Except for the fact that we have the road boar. We need the gold for the turn that we go and take the 6-star. The road boar is potential scaling and another pair. And I think I'd rather break a pair on the turn where we take our triple than not play the road boar. If it wasn't a road boar and it was just like, you know, play the relaxer through for a 2/2 buff or something, then psh, No, don't care. But taking another pair and putting it on the board is not really that relevant because we have to break a pair in the process of taking the 6-star, and we're about to freeze our board repeatedly to level up. So what are we gaining off of that? We're gaining nothing, right? You're just gaining nothing. Because as long as you... Okay, we're gaining close to nothing. If you find exactly Elemental on the next board, then keeping that Elemental is good. Name was too wrong. In retrospect, Did You was staring me in the face. Hey, look, guys. You can just get super lucky and get this as respawn on that board. Like I said, that's the only way this is relevant, which is hilarious that we just hit it. But that's the only way it was relevant, because you end up next turn, it costs 9 to level. You have to sell 2 things to take this triple anyway, so you're going to end up selling this pair off the board. It's not like you're going to sell these guys, right? Or these guys, obviously. So putting that pair on the board really doesn't matter. Or we can just get super lucky and have that exact 3 spots that we'll see. 2 of them this turn and then 1 of them next turn. Results in a Elemental. I think we put both on the first one. He's on 4. 7 is a breakpoint that doesn't get one shot too often on turn 6. Hmm. 80% to get in our blood gem. Nice. I'll take my 80% to get in our blood gem. I'll take my Millhouse going to 5 on turn 7 at 40 health with 2 triples lined up. Seems like an okay game. Fifth spot, Acolyte. Okay, thanks, Bob. You mean Roadbore? Roadbore's the one we miss. Oh, we're missing. I mean, these are really good too, though. Weird animation. Will this be spicy pretzel mustard? No, because we're taking a 6-star. Like a good player. This is probably Charlie, even though it's a little tempting with a second triple lined up that this is Little Rag on a Millhouse. It's more flexible, and we don't want to level next turn. Like, we can't buy this, right? We have to freeze it, so we end up buying this whole board up. Yeah, that's the nature of spicy pretzel mustard. I know a lot of people out there care about it for some reason, but if you're trying to play optimally, like we play to win this lobby, and that means sacrificing this round, and that happens nearly every game. When you're at an advantage, you should always take damage to level up. So I can't think of a single time where I've ever even gotten close to it, because you're always going to take damage if you're trying to play to win the lobby. Pretty good result. We take 6 there. Still not use the roll from turn 1. Yeah. Though having the roll makes that next turn pretty spicy. Not gonna lie. All right, we're gonna do this first because, you know, Flat Tusk exists. Swing and a miss. Little Rag's cool. 1 gold for a 4/4 buff. 5/5 if you count that, but it's gone, right? I like Banner Boar, but I don't think I like it enough. Yeah, I missed the last one. 8, like my fucking click was off. We're definitely buying that. Oh, no blood gems. This is a pretty nice devoured board, eh? Holy shit. He got some stats. Yeah. Achievements in current year. Keck W. Keck W indeed. Look at this shit. This is so good. I'm breaking this pair, aren't I? Maybe not. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm dropping Little Rag. Because if I'm dropping Little Rag, which it feels really weird to do, then I'm going to consume the blood gems that are on here along with something else before I do any of the other stuff. I keep the pair around. Ugh, I'm not taking any of those. Okay, it's a blood gem at least. Alright, we probably should drop this then. That's gonna be the case. This is a permanent blood gem. This is a decent minion. We just start throwing these shits on here. It's a lot of passive scaling. We've replaced everything with Quillbores outside of one big Annoya module. It's a million stats. I wasn't trying for it, nor will I. If it happens, happens naturally. That's how I feel, pretty much. I see no purpose in trying for it, and I'm not going to play the game suboptimally to get it. And I can't think of any way that it naturally really occurs. Because you just have to... You end up in a scenario to justify like it naturally happening. You're basically saying the scenario that it occurred in was one where I never tried to leverage being at high health to take an advantage with economy. It's like, that's not going to happen too often. One gold for a 2/2 buff is probably worth it, right? Leveling, it doesn't seem smart from this position. Like, outside of getting Flat Tusk, what are we really looking for? All right. Got it on Shadowwalk of All Heroes just when I started playing BGs, so super low MMR. Yeah, I mean, the argument I would make is that it kind of happens naturally before you realize where to take economy advantages in games, because the natural playstyle is to always play to make yourself strong. And a lot of people will get it naturally while they play the game, while they're learning the game. But once you get to a place where you're playing the game pretty optimally, like a pretty high level, that isn't natural anymore to get to states like that. You don't get to that point, right? Like you just kind of... Ever freeze for second selfless? I don't think so. I think selfless is fine to take, but we have to hit a gold selfless, and then you're freezing 2/3 of a board that is garbage, and we're just going to continue to play for stats. I will accumulate the selfless if I can. If I see a selfless, I will pick it up. But I'm not going to basically spend 4 gold on it. 3.5 gold. Like, I will buy it here. In fact, this is gonna go now too, huh? Kind of want to hold a blood gem. It is a pretty good buff to the board, though. I watched Sapphire get it with Murloc guy the other day. I mean, it can definitely happen. Don't get me wrong. It can happen. Can. I think it's unlikely, but it definitely can. It just kind of counter... It's a play style that is counter to what you are usually doing. Or at least the method of getting it is counterintuitive, or against the grain of what all the other heroes try to do. Or almost every hero tries it. What? That was a cry? What? What's out there? Is there a deer? That sounds like a deer cry. How is that so exciting? Huh? It's just a dog. It's a dog she likes, but maybe she's just getting excited. Yeah, my bad, J.R. Hopkins. I set off the dog chain reaction. Is a sister in need? Timmy was stuck in a well, actually. There's very, very little incentive to being on 6. We're probably cycling the board. We don't really care about the cycling that much. The ghoul is pretty good too, because this guy's going full mechs. Does mech guy beat Murloc guy though? Because I'm not sure we beat Murloc guy. He just goes all in on power until we get to like Golden Selfless Hero Baron or something. It's a cheap thing to buy and hold. I guess this stays on the board at the end of the turn. It's a nice board. Considering that it is a 4/4 buff. And a blood gem. And we'll hold for one turn here. Stars align sometimes? Yeah, I mean, definitely. It can happen. And that being said, like, meta to meta, the optimal lines will change. There may be a meta that we end up in, or there may have been ones in the past where it was more or less likely to get into a scenario that you can do that. It feels like a fundamental problem, though, with trying to do it, though. That would be my, you know, my intuition on it. That you're kind of always playing something that is usually a negative line in these kind of games to go for it. Dead Murloc. They tied. Lovely. Sure, I guess. Argus, Blood Gem movement, both pretty good. A blood gem. Alright, well. This is a ghoulable board. You could argue that maybe you try to get Bristleback or one of these values before Ghoul, but usually when someone's showing 3, or at least 3 here, but it was 4 before mechs, you're thinking Deflectobot, and there's so much incentive to kill the Deflectobot instantly that even though you have Divine Shields, killing his Divine Shields is more important because you get rid of the Deflecto. Not going to 6 for Agam yet. I mean, I get the merit to it, but you're looking for 1 card and you can't hard roll. You're a Millhouse. So now that it costs a lot less, we can justify getting an extra unit on the board at the very least. There's a second Agam. It also gives us a shot at Amalgadon now, which is something. Could have considered here just ending on Charlie for a turn. I don't think there's much we can do from there. I was going to buy and sell this, and then I realized that I'm not going to play it through because I'm just going to waste gold. So I should have held the Selly. It's just better. And we're at 28. I don't think I die here because it's a Murloc board after all. So if I'm not going to die, then I'm going to continue to greed as much as I can because we get a ghost round next turn. Baron was tempting. But I think we just continue to scale as hard as we can. If we don't die here, we get a ghost round, and then we have to turn the corner to beat whichever one of them wins. Pretty much what I expected. That was a perfect hit. That was a perfect hit too. We did over max damage on a 10%er. Context there. That's a 1% roll. Below 0.3 to lethal him, but in the top 1%. Huh. There are 4 1-stars on this 6-star board. There are a total of 9 stars out of 6 units. There we go. This is what we're looking for. It was the slow play, chat. We had Selfless Hero over the course of the entire game with Baron Rivendare, and we pivot to beat one of these two. YouTube video incoming? Truth. Now, I mean, it was kind of unimpactful that we got that really, really good roll, right? We drop him low. Maybe he dies to the mech guy. Not looking like it. But he might have been... He wouldn't have died from 19, but he could die from 3, obviously. But our next turn is to cycle out the Charlie and the Agam and the Charlie. Basically just 1, 2, 3, 4 permanent minions with Golden Selfless Baron and potentially a poison or something if we need to fight this guy. If we fight this guy, we can look for Ghoul. It's not really even that necessary to look for Ghoul, though. Ghoul plus Baron plus Golden Selfless shields our board and kills his board. It's obviously really good, but these situational units are just being... They're just there to scale right now. We're just kind of casually doing our thing. Millhouse Quillbore lobby. No Agamag in the whole game. No flat tusks. We didn't do it the easy way. We did do it with Dynamic Duo and Charlga, though. Fuck off. That's the second time they've tied each other. Stop. It's tempting. It's probably bait, actually. Yeah, it's bait. Gross. Should have done that after selling the last one off. Then again, I need to finish this turn, and we still have quite a bit of time left in this one. We got blood gems to move, so let's do that. I don't care about the spore. Not for this fight. We want to cycle one and then put the spore on the board for the Murloc guy. It's not really that good against the mech dude. Against the Murloc guy on the other hand, or the mech guy on the other hand. Sorry, the Murloc guy, it's very strong against, right? So we know what they're doing. What these guys are doing, they're basically built on poison and a lot of high health minions. This guy before and this guy definitely. So combining the dynamic duo is just bait. You might say, why didn't you look for your triple early? You could have gotten a flat tusk. True, but where am I putting the flat tusk? And what am I getting off of it? Reasonably speaking, you got to play those turns. You just got to take your shot, kill the guy or whatever. Just kill him. Probably should have looked for the flat tusk at the beginning of the turn because we could have sold off the Charlgas, both of them, and kept around the Agam. It would have been better. Yeah, I'm not taking that. He's going to be in the range of 60 damage. Or 60 to 70 health. Could potentially take a poison Murloc instead of a spore in case he does ghoul us. It'd have to be the next board. And we'd have to open a spot, which is really hard to do. How about a ghoul? No? Alright. I'm just gonna lead with the Divine Shield and then reshield the board. Just in case he ghouls. Also, he bumped there and that hurts him. Definitely the better hit. Definitely the worst hit. Go right. That's not it. That's not it either. Not even close. Not even close. Game wants you to triple it. Game's not getting its way. Like, it kills everything on the board already at 60 some damage, right? If you had a little bit more attack, breakpoints would have been interesting, where you need to triple it because it won't kill anything on the board. But I made the call that it would still be big enough. It was pretty close.